Well, you know how we operate. We come back. A lot of fights, so you know, obviously, no one's happy about dropping the first game, but yeah, that's just the way we roll. We're going to fight back tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. Started off just putting too many freebies on base. You can't allow that. 4 walks right out the chute, allowing them to score some runs. Offense came in, did a great job putting up 4, getting the starter out of the game in the first, and then you know, offensively we went quiet after that. But you know, we gotta do a better job going out there, shutting down right out the gate. You know, and there was a handful of walks on both sides in the game. The guys did a good job controlling the zone, but you know, even at the end, giving them an extra run right there. Not trying to double play when we get a ground ball back to the pitchers. Just some poor communication up the middle, giving them an extra one right there. Not something you need. So, you know, it happened. It's time to move on and make sure that we're ready to fight tomorrow, which I know we're going to do.
Okay, questions, and please direct them to who do you want to ask the question.
Mitch, what happened on that ball back at Carpenter? Whose fault was that? What happened?
Well, we had a righty up comebacker. That's going to be Durnetti's ball going across. You know, looked like well, both guys bringing themselves over to the bag, create a little confusion there, and the ball gets by. So, but that ball should go to Durnetti and be turned for a double play.
Mitch, when did you know that Coop was not going to pitch today?
You know, we prior to the game coming over and getting a workout in, just communicating, just making sure and seeing where he was at, and so figured the best thing would be to hold off another day and feel a little bit better and roll. So we'll see how he feels tomorrow.
So a couple hours before the game or early this afternoon?
Yeah, I went over and let him know that we were making a change a couple hours before the game.
Is he just ill, or what's his ill?
He wasn't feeling good, so I just had a little bug. But you know, either way, the plan going into the week was you know, he threw 2 innings on Monday, and this is Finnig's typical part of the rotation as well. And you know, after throwing 2 innings, pretty aggressive innings too, you know, if everything wasn't feeling great, then we move it another day. And I think that's just what how we felt going into the situation.
So he will pitch tomorrow, though?
We're gonna see how he's feeling tomorrow.
Jacob, how would you describe the challenge in front of you guys?
I wouldn't even describe it as a challenge. I think it's more of an opportunity for us. We've been like I said last time, we've been battling through stuff all year long. I think it's just another one of those opportunities we get to go out and show who we are and just play Beaver baseball tomorrow. That's really all we can do is come out and play our brand of baseball.
Jacob, what was it about Sheehan, the guy they brought in with 2 outs under second? What made him so tough? Because you guys didn't get hits off him until like that, I think the 6th inning or something.
The first lefty?
Yes.
Yeah. He was filling it up, just throwing strikes, locating pitch as well. College baseball, when you boil it down, that's where a lot of pitchers have success, just landing everything and throwing strikes. So he did a good job with that, filled up the zone, made hitters uncomfortable, made us swing at pitches over the plate in every AB. So really didn't have any free passes off of him, so that was what he did really well.
Mitchell, what are some of these challenges that the Auburn offense has presented that maybe you guys struggled with tonight?
You know, Division I baseball, these hitters are super competitive and they have a very talented roster. A lot of respect for them and the season they've had, as you can see in their record. But what it comes down to is throwing strikes and throwing your best pitches, and that's really it. When you do that, you have success.
There was a little dust up there at the end of that inning. Could you lead us through your perspective of that? What happened there?
I just compete, you know. I've done this for a long time, and there's a lot of passion in what we do, and I put a lot of work into this, and thought I made some good pitches, and it's really all I can control, and that's what I did.
And also, it was a pretty gritty at bat. You guys went back and forth, I think like 8 pitches in that bat when you finally got the strikeout. What was that at bat like, particularly that moment? It still was a pretty close game.
Like I said, that's passion. That's why you play. A lot of respect for Bobby. I mean, no disrespect towards him and my actions. Just going out there, competing in a big game, and trying to bring some energy, especially towards our dugout.
What was it, Mitch? What was the explanation after that? They talked to you for a while, umpires?
Well, he's reiterating, making sure that we're keeping our emotions towards our own dugout and our guys. I guess it was perceived that it was going towards other people, but a lot of times, I mean, it's a super regional. Emotions are going to be running high. We've talked about it a lot this year, and I think all of our attention usually it goes towards our guys. Even when stuff gets heated, you know, and sometimes it can be perceived elsewhere, but you know, all the guys get out of the dugout at the end of the inning trying to welcome everybody over. It's just competitive nature. I don't think that there was, like Mitch said, there's no ill will or anything towards anyone. You just get fired up because you're out there competing. And it was a good at bat, and he's executing really good pitches. I thought Mitch went out there and did a phenomenal job and showed a lot of poise in some big situations.
You guys had the early runs in the first, Mitch, and then you kind of went blank to the ninth. What did you see out of their bullpen? What made them so effective?
Those guys threw strikes after the first inning. You know, they weren't throwing a ton of strikes. We were laying off them, working counts, getting on base. You know, that lefty came in, he's throwing sinkers, he's landing all this stuff. You throw strikes, good things can happen. Let your defense work. And we put a handful of balls in play. They made plays on them. You know, that was I thought that was a great start for our offense to go out there, draw walks, drive some baseballs. Forrester with a big bop. You know, all in all, like that's what you have to do. But when guys force you to put the ball in play, and we had a handful of balls we put in play that were stung pretty well, you know, and they make plays, it cuts momentum down, but even then we're down 3 in the last inning, and we got the tying run to the plate. You know, guys are going to continue to work ABs, and I thought they must have made some really good pitches on the edge. Forrester's not an easy at bat to get out. I don't think there's an easy spot in our lineup at all. These guys all are going to go up there, especially at the end of the game, wanting to walk it off. So, you know, that's their ability to go out there and pummel the strike zone. You know, that's what's going to help you win games, forcing the ball in play. And really, the first inning on both sides, that's where they didn't do a good job with it, and we didn't do a good job with it. But you know, and I don't like talking about necessarily shutdown innings. We go out and score. Like every inning's a shutdown inning. Whether we score or not, it's expected to go out there and put up a 0.
Verb, you're one of maybe the only guy that's been through this before. I know guys come to you throughout the year to talk about this and Omaha and all that. If someone comes to you over the next 12 hours, what would your message be to them?
It's pretty simple. Nobody's going to hand it to you. You look back at all the championship teams that are run through elimination games, 06 and 07. Yeah, nobody's going to hand it to you. You got to earn it. You got to go out there and grab it. And I love what Melton said. It's not a challenge, it's an opportunity to go out there and do something special. Catapult you into Omaha.
Mitch, you got a lot of left-handed bats. The two guys that had the real success against you tonight were lefties. Is that an advantage for them? Is that a big part of it tonight?
Well, both of them threw 3 innings, so and a handful of pitches. But at the same time, looking at all the numbers, our lefties hit lefties better than righties. Typically, yeah, I think Melton's hitting
120 points higher off lefts.
right. And I mean, all of our guys, for whatever reason, I mean, they see him real well. They lock in. Again, it's a great opportunity. And some people are like, oh man, left on left. Our guys say it's time to go to work. Both left-hand arms are really good, you know, but we also have really good competitors from the left side of the box and the right side of the box. So,
What'd you see out of Finn, Mitch?
just wasn't hitting his spots, you know, and then saw a slider that hung up in the zone that needs to be down when you're in an advantage count like that. Left it up, and the guy gets a base hit to left off of it, right? And you know, that's a situation where we throw a slider down, we execute pitches, we get outs. But you know that we all know it. Anytime there's walks, you know, it can drain energy on defense. But you know, again, Finn's just still trying to find that consistency. He had a really good outing last time. Time before that, it was a bit of a struggle. Time before that, it was really good. You know, we've seen what he can do when he's on, and it's really good. You know, that guy had a big gap in the year where he wasn't able to get out there and compete. So he's still trying to find that mix in there, but you know, if this was the rough outing, we know what he's gonna do his next outing. He's gonna be dialed in, so I'm excited to see that one this year.
Hey, just to be clear, so Coop was going through his warm up to get ready to pitch, and then he was sick.
He got a little workout in today and
Yeah.
stuff, but you know he just was really under the weather. So
Okay.
you know we trust our medical staff on that one. And again, it's like, hey man, you threw a couple on Monday,
Yeah.
so let's take it easy. We don't need to throw you out there and you know when you're not feeling your best.
Okay, one more question.
Mitch, you talked earlier in the week about how pitching and defense were big in the postseason. Some of the stuff that didn't go right, both pitching and defensive wise tonight, were there kind of some uncharacteristic stuff for your guys there?
Yeah, I mean, expectations are always extremely high. We expect to fill up the zone. We don't like giving up any free bases. A good game, you know, is of course a win, but we also look at those other ones and say, if there's any walks on the board, we're not happy, you know, because our expectations are high. So if anytime there's a walk given up, a stolen base issue, a wild pitch, you know, balk, anything like that, you know, it's something that we expect better. We know that there's going to be situations where you're going to work counts. Guys like Boyd are going to go up and foul off a ton of pitches and work the at bat and go deep into it. And you know, there might be a walk issued, but after something bad happens, after a walk is issued, it's expected to go out there, get the ground ball, and take care of business. You're not letting one turn into two. So, you know, that's why our guys train extremely hard. No one wants it. No one sits there and thinks, oh, I better not walk him right here. They're going out there to execute pitches. So it just comes with, you know, all the little things. Filling up, not trying to get too fine and trying to work the edges too much. And it's like, be encouraged to go attack the bat. Want them to put the ball in play. You know, there might be situations, runner on third, less than two, and you're going for a big punch out, and you're going to expand a little bit. Maybe not necessarily worrying about issuing a walk in that situation. Get the guy to chase. But, you know, all those other times, you should be like attacking the zone and wanting them to swing. I do like the philosophy of 3 pitches or less. You know, get it going. See, if you're going to throw 9 innings, you have to be really efficient. You got to go out there and fill it up quick and get them to put the ball in play, get quick strikeouts. But when you're, you know, moving it around a little too much, especially for a team that's what they did last week in the regional, they drew a ton of walks. So we got to make sure that we're doing what we've always done, attacking 0-0s and 1-1s.
Okay.